Hello friends, very most welcome to all of you in this our online lecture series. Friends, today we will discuss here the most important topic, variation of mass with velocity. As all of you have discussed in previous classes in Newtonian mechanics, mass is invariant quantity, or we can say that mass is a constant quantity. It does not vary, but here we will show today the mass is variable quantity and it varies with velocity. How or what is relation of mass with velocity, here we will show in front of you and we will discuss completely with some examples. Here example we will choose the collision of two particles. So we will continue in our lecture series and we will see here how mass is varies with velocity. So we will continue in our topic, variation of mass with velocity. Variation of mass with velocity. Friends, to discuss the variation of mass with velocity, here we are assuming two frame of reference S and S dash. We are assuming here two frame of reference S and S dash with their origin O and O dash. Again we are assuming here this frame of reference is moving with uniform velocity v related to the frame S. Here we can write our imagination, our whole imagination, such as, let us consider two frame S and S dash. Frame S dash is moving with uniform velocity v along positive x axis. It is our imagination. Friends, our next imagination, here we are considering two particles A and B in frame S dash. Here we are assuming two particles A and B in frame S dash. Here also we are assuming particle A have mass m1, particle B have mass m2. It is moving with velocity u dash because we have assumed these particles are moving, or these particles A and B is in frame S dash. So their velocity will be u dash with respect to frame of reference S dash, and we are assuming minus u dash velocity of particle B. We have assumed u dash velocity along positive x axis of particle A and particle B is moving along negative x axis. So they will collide each other. Here also we can write our imagination, our whole imagination, such as let two identical particles A and B have masses m1 and m2 moving with speed u dash and minus u dash respectively with respect to frame S dash. It is our imagination. Here we have assumed frame S dash is moving along positive x-axis and we have chosen two particles, two identical particles have their masses, different masses m1 and m2. It is also moving with velocity u and minus u dash respectively. Now friends, if we will see here, if this particle A is moving with velocity u dash along positive x-axis in frame, or we can say that with respect to frame S dash, then in previous lecture we have discussed the velocity addition theorem, and the same situation, same condition we have chosen in that topic, in velocity addition theorem. Here also the same situation is created, but here we have chosen two particles. In that topic we have chosen one particles. It is a small difference. With the use of velocity addition theorem, friends, here we can write velocity of these particles with respect to frame S also very easily. You can see my previous lecture, velocity addition theorem, and how it is related from that topic. This result, this concept will be clear to all of you from that topic. So here now we will assume the velocity of this particle, particle A, with respect to frame S is u1. It is our imagination we are considering here, and velocity of particle B is u2 with respect to frame S. Here u dash and minus u dash is velocity of particle A and B relative to with respect to the frame S dash. But if we will see the velocity of these two particles with respect to frame S, then what we can find out? Here our imagination is such as let speed of two particles A and B, speed of two particles A and B with respect to frame S is u1 and u2 respectively. Then here we can write with the use of velocity addition theorem, then with the help of velocity addition theorem, u1 is equal to u dash plus v upon 1 plus u dash v by c square. It will be for particle A. But friends, the speed of particle B is opposite to the particle A. So the value of u2 we are assuming here, it is equation number 1, and for particle B u2 is equal to u dash, here it will be minus u dash plus v upon 1 minus u dash v by c square. Here we have replaced plus u dash by minus u dash. It is equation number 2. Remember please friends, if we will assume particle A and B is moving opposite to each other, then after some time both particles A and B are both masses m1 and m2 will collide to each other, and during collision it will combine momentarily and just time, or we can say that in other words, during collision both particles A and B will merge into one particle, and the mass of that merged one particle will be m1 plus m2. It will be for very short time. If both particles A and B collides to each other, then during collision it will become combined to each other, or they will merge into one body for very short time, or we can say that it will become at rest position for that short time. When it will become merged into one particle, when both particles will combine to each other during collision, then just time, for very short time, it will become at rest position. But friends, with respect to frame S, it will not be at rest position. Why? Why it will not be at rest position? Because here we have assumed this frame of reference is moving with uniform velocity v. If this frame of reference S dash is moving with velocity v, and during collision both these particles merged into one particle, they will become at rest position. It will be at rest position with respect to this frame S dash, or corresponding to their origin O dash. Here we can realize very easily, if both particles will be merged into one particle momentarily for very short time, just time, when it is at rest during collision, just time, it is rest with respect to frame S dash, but it is not rest with respect to frame S, because these both particles are collides to each other, and during collision they will merged into one particle into this frame of reference, into frame of reference S dash, and frame of reference S dash is moving with uniform velocity v. During collision it will become at rest, but frame is moving, frame S dash is moving. Hence, with respect to frame S, we will observe it is moving with common velocity v, because v is velocity of frame of reference. So our imagination we can write here during collision both particles will merge into one particle with mass m1 plus m2, with their mass m1 plus m2, and moving with velocity v with respect to frame S. It is moving merged particle which have mass m1 plus m2. It is moving with velocity v with respect to frame S. It is rest with respect to frame S dash. Here also we can write, while merged particle at rest with respect to S dash, with respect to frame S dash. So friends, with respect to frame S, we can apply from the law of conservation of momentum. Here, from the law of conservation of momentum, here we have chosen the velocity u1 and u2 respectively of particle A and B with respect to frame S. So in frame S, from the law of conservation of momentum, in frame S, or we can say that with respect to frame S, it will be m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equal to m1 plus m2 v. It is total momentum before collision and it will be total momentum after collision. Now here we can place the value of u1 and u2, so we can get here m1 u dash plus v upon 1 plus u dash v by c square plus m2. Here value of u2 is minus u dash plus v upon 1 minus u dash v by c square is equal to m1 plus m2 into v. We can solve it very easily. Here we will see m1, here m1v, and we will keep m1v term into the LHS part. So m1 will be common and we can get u dash plus v upon 1 plus u dash v by c square minus v plus here we will keep this term into this side, then we can get here m2v, and if we will keep m2 as a common, then here we can find out v minus, it will be plus u dash minus v upon 1 minus u dash v by c square. Now we can simplify it. After simplification we can write here m1, if we will take LCM, then u dash plus v minus v minus u dash v square by c square upon 1 minus u dash v by c square. Also, right hand part will be m2, it will be v minus u dash v square by c square plus u minus v upon 1 minus u dash v by c square. Here v and v will go cancel out, and here also we can cancel out v from v. After simplification we can get here m1 u dash minus u dash v square by c square upon 1 minus u dash v by c square is equal to m2, it will be u, here it was u dash minus v, so it will be u dash minus u dash v square by c square upon 1 minus u dash v by c square. Here the value of m2 into u2, the value of m2 into u2, the value of u2 was minus u dash plus v upon 1 minus u dash v by c square, and it was 1 plus u dash v by c square, so it will be plus, and 1 minus u dash v by c square. Friends, here this term and this term will go cancel out. Remains term we can write here m1 upon 1 plus u dash v by c square is equal to m2 upon 1 minus u dash v by c square. From here m1 upon m2 is equal to 1 plus u dash v square, u dash v by c square upon 1 minus u dash v by c square. Here we have found the ratio of m1 and m2. Friends, here we have found very interesting result. Now we will find out the value of 1 plus u dash Vy c square and 1 minus u dash Vy c square. Here we will find out one by one. 1 plus u dash Vy c square and 1 minus u dash Vy c square. Friends, we will find out value of these terms in the upcoming lecture or in part 2 of variation of mass with velocity. It is something large topic, so we will complete it into 2 parts. So today we have completed first part of variation of mass with velocity, and we will complete the variation of mass with velocity in the upcoming lectures in part 2. Friends, this variation of mass with velocity is also known as Einstein mass energy relation equation or Einstein energy equation. It is very famous. It gives very famous result, and it was derived by scientist Einstein. We will discuss in upcoming lectures and we will prove also. So today we will stop here. Thank you very much.